If you want some super cheap gold 99 overall players, today is actually a pretty good day. Salsa family, and today, coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be trying out a coin making method and then going after some cheap gold 99s. Now, based on the way the market's kind of moving around today, there's actually a lot of underrated opportunities to get some gold 99s for a really cheap price. As in round number 2, we get my long lost cousin DeAndre Swift. Shout out to you, my guy. So yeah, to start this video off, like I said before, we're going to be going over a really quick coin making method. This should be taking maybe 30 seconds, and ideally we could be making upwards of 100k in a couple of seconds. Now, I know I mentioned this in yesterday's video, so if you guys want the full rundown as to how you're going to get training for cheap, all the possible outcomes from this pack right here, I will leave that video linked in the description. I'd recommend you guys check it out for a bit of an in-depth guide as to how you're going to get training for cheap. But as you guys can see, we're going to be ripping this pack right here, the 97 or 98 overall Redux player. Now, this pack is going to be gone for good from the store in about 19 hours and 33 minutes. So if you guys have the notifications on for the channel, you'll see this pack and you can rip it right here. What we're going to be doing is we are opening it up with training, and fingers crossed we get a 98. There's some expensive 98s in the game, like Dan Deerdorf. That'd be a crazy pull. Even the OBJ 97 is a really good pull. So drum roll please, fellas. Let's open this pack. If you're opening it up on your own account, be sure to drop a like down below for pack luck. Y'all know how we move. Let's open this up. Fingers crossed it's a 98. If it's a high 97, like a good one, I'll be satisfied. What are we going to be getting? It's going to be a 97 Stephon Diggs. Okay, I'm curious how much this card's going for. I don't have a ton of hope right here, but this could be fairly decent. Moment of truth. How much is the card selling for? It's gonna be 120k, so nothing really too special. We do profit a little bit on the pack and not really a ton. I want to say this pack costed about like 100,000 coins to open up, so we're making, I guess, a tiny bit of coins after tax, but your profit potential is a lot higher than that. Like, man, if we got a little bit luckier, we could have pulled a 98 overall player like potentially Dan Deerdorf, who's selling for 400k. I want to say the Odell Redux card is also really expensive, so we miss a bit of an opportunity, but it is what it is. Still a good pack. Now, since this pack is in the game, I also think there's some relatively interesting opportunities to potentially invest in these Redux cards or buy them for your team. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be going through, I'm going to be scooping up some 98s, powering them up to gold 99s, and my idea behind buying these players right now is I think this is like the cheapest these cards are going to be. So kind of similarly to the Easter promo where investing was good, or the Zero Chill promo, there's a lot of supply in the market right now, and there's going to be like no supply in the future. Pulling Reduxes, especially like Redux 98s, is almost an impossible task to do. So right now, there's a lot of supply. I'm expecting that to dwindle. That could mean these prices might go up. But in terms of achieving the title of the video and getting some cheap gold 99 overall players, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going ahead right here, and I'm going to be scooping up who is, in my opinion, a relatively underrated 98 overall card. That's going to be the Creed Humphrey right here. He has some pretty sick stats. I would say this card is like basically endgame. So for 200,000 coins, I'm scooping up this player right here. I'm going to quick sell my other 97 overall center who is free, and we'll be able to power up this card by using the training points we got from that 97. So Creed Humphrey right here, I'm going to power the man up, and he's going to end up being a relatively cheap gold 99. Like, getting a gold 99 overall player for a price point of under, I would say, about 200,000 coins is a number I'm happy with. So I would say right now in the market, if you're looking for some players to get to 99s at a cheap price, I would look in the Redux filter. There's some other good players that I didn't even mention, like some of those 98s that we're selling for even cheaper, like Jimmy Smith, for example. It's a good card. There's a lot of other really good players that I kind of bypassed at the start of that filter, and those players that we skipped by, I want to say we're selling for like 140, so that's a really good deal. So yeah, let's dispose of our 97 overall Alex Mack. We're going to power up the Creed Humphrey right here. This man is going to be a gold 99 overall at a relatively reduced price. Like, getting a gold 99 center at this cheap of a cost is something I'd recommend you guys capitalize on. Now, if I'm being honest, fellas, I would say the cards I'm most intrigued by that are super cheap right now are probably the offensive linemen. Like, getting a lineman that's a 99 overall at such a cheap price is something that I would recommend you guys probably capitalize on, because if you scoop up this card right now at this really reduced price, that's going to help you out a lot when it comes to getting your team up to a full gold 99. So yeah, just putting in the remaining training right here, we're going to be putting in the Creed Humphrey card, and he is now going to be a gold 99 overall center, which is going to be really helpful for the team. Like, this card right here, if you guys look at the stats, they're almost perfect. Like, 99 strength, he's 6'5", 320, he's got pretty good speed and excel, 88 speed, 92 excel. That's really good for a center right here. And then all the other stats are basically 98 plus. I would say this card is probably my center for the rest of Madden 22, and we got him at a pretty good deal. For the 100% cheapest Madden 22 coins and 2K MT, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. And just taking a look at this Redux filter for a little bit longer, you guys can snipe these cards at a price of around like 160 to 170. If I was a bit more patient with Creed Humphrey, I probably could have found him at that price. As you guys can see right here, there's a lot of 98s at this really reduced price. And taking a look at numbers in the market right now, 98s typically go for a price of around like 185k to like 190. Like looking at those draft 98s, that's kind of the price they're sitting at. So if you scoop up these cards, you're not only getting them at a really good price, but you're also getting them as a decent investment. Like these cards right here, I expect them to probably go up in price. So getting a card who A is going to be at a good deal and have good stats, but B also goes up in price, that seems like a good opportunity. And of course, you guys can also potentially pull one of these cards right here by opening up that trading pack if you get lucky enough and maybe pull like a Mike Allstott. That's 250k, which is 150 in profit. KJ Wright right here, for some reason, is selling for a crazy price. We got Randy Moss's 98 overall cornerback card. That one is very interesting. And then Dan Dierdorf right here is kind of the cherry on top. I was hoping I pulled them out of the pack. Sadly, we did not. But this man right here as a 98 up to a 99, best right tackle in Madden 22. And to end this video off, fellas, I just want to say it was an absolutely great season for the Pelicans. I made some money on Underdog Fantasy again. I made like $60 yesterday. I'm making money basically every single day. If you guys aren't yet signed up with code SWIFT, be sure to do so. My guy Jose Alvarado with the send-off present getting me a couple steals right there. But great season for the Pelicans. I'm super excited for next year for that team. And again, appreciate all y'all support on the channel. If you do want to sign up with Underdog, use code SWIFT. There's some NBA games tonight. There's just one tonight. Should be a good one though. I enjoy watching that Minnesota and Memphis series. I'm rooting for Memphis right there. And to end this one off, we don't really get anything too good. We'll take Michael Burden. And until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully your team did well in the draft. I'm happy with what the Saints did for sure. I'm out. Peace.